Hello, my friends. Welcome to Subnautica. This is episode number 4. We are going to do some exploring today, and we hear rumors, or we get a signal from space. Apparently, we might get rescued. We'll have to see what happens. But we also need to build some things before we go to the Aurora, and we need to look for some more clues, because there are some locked doors on the Aurora that we will need to access in order to be able to complete the mission that we need to do there. But we do have a limited time to do that before we already visited that life pod. I don't know why that beacon is still on, but I'll show you how to turn off the beacon. We still we have a time limit that we have to disable the core. So over here we can look at this section and toggle on and off all previous signals, or even delete them if we want. But we need to get, let's also look at the PDA a little bit longer. We need to just check out, we've got some voice logs. Those are the most recent voice logs that we had. But we also have all this stuff that we're supposed to look at and read. And what I'll do is I'll briefly look at them for you. And if you want to read through some of these, I will scroll through it rather slowly, and then I'll just let you guys pause it and read it. There's some fun lore, but let's listen to this one right here.
After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the...
So this is probably slightly out of order, but that's one of the beauties of this game. You can find some texts out of order. You can find some texts in precise order as to how they should be or were recorded. And while we're exploring some wrecks and looking for some stuff, I'm going to lead us towards the tail end of the Aurora, and we're going to find the first pieces of 9 that we need for completing the bigger submarine, which is the Cyclops, which is going to be kind of our main base of operations for moving throughout the rest of the game. But there's 9 pieces, so we're going to have to look around for some of the first pieces, and I'm kind of aware of where the pieces are, but you still have to search. So let's give it a try. As we go through some of these wrecks, we find hopefully a few more technologies, maybe a few more things that we might build in our base later on, or, maybe not, just stuff that we find. In that being said, let's talk about the Degassi audio that we just heard. That is a rather important key that kind of leads us to go deeper. And in a future episode, I think 2 episodes from now, let's do 2 episodes from now, we will, so this episode, next episode, and then the episode after that, we will go and hunt down the Degassi shallow base. There's another one that's even deeper. So I think, sadly enough, that this particular audio was from the deeper base. But there are 2 Degassi bases that we still need to find. That being said, I think there's PDAs that will actually guide us into the next segments, because we need to find clues that I seem to not have yet that will help us unlock the doors. If worst case scenario happens, we will just look it up on the line and we will just roll with that. I'm okay with it. But the door codes, I think there's 4 door codes that we need to find, and I personally have never found all of them before I tried to take down the Aurora. The Aurora's main engine is right now nuclear, and that's why we built a radiation suit. Hey, look at this. This is the first Cyclops fragment. So we are 1/9 of the way to building the Cyclops. There are 3 main hull sections: the bridge, the main hull, and the engine, and we need to find 3 pieces of each. So here's the second one. And notice we are, I don't know if you noticed very well, but we are near the tail end. Oh my gosh, that's a glitch. Like, the engines are not rendering in for some odd reason. But here's the third piece of the Cyclops. That being said, we need to shut down the nuclear engine of the Aurora, and the game will actually give us a time limit on that. So, that being said, we will have to play that one by ear because I have not gotten the pieces that I need to be able to go into the Aurora quite yet. We did get, I totally just washed right over it earlier, but I was talking. We did get the final piece to the repulsion gun, which is a very key item that we will need during running around and trying to find our way through the Aurora. And it is a wonderful weapon. Well, I guess it's not exactly a weapon. It's a wonderful tool for taking some of the smaller animals and pushing them away from us at a rapid speed that may or may not cause them damage. It's kind of fun. I'll show you that next episode. For now, let's go build the repulsion cannon, and we've found the final beacon point, so we can build a beacon to tell where our base is. And yeah, so let's go to that. Here we go. Oh yeah, we gotta repair this because it's funny, I keep bumping into things and damaging the Seamoth. So we gotta repair it from time to time, which is nice that we have this beautiful place to repair things with. Hey look, a message.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former. That only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're it. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
So, we have the first message from the Sunbeam. I hope that they can save us. It'll be interesting to see if they do. But, for now, let's place this beacon and name the Hab. Let's see, should we call it Home? No, that's... How about or Hab 1? That's a good idea. Okay. Now let's go build we need the repulsion cannon. That's a good idea. So let's double check. What do we got in here? Okay. So we need to get a wiring kit. And then we need to go and we should have... Oh, wrong section. Hey, we have all the pieces. We now have the repulsion cannon, which means this will be really fun to use. But using it prematurely, or not prematurely, unnecessarily, uses up battery really fast. So we don't have a way of charging batteries yet. Until we get a battery charger, I want to use it sparingly. So we'll have to find a moment when we are like near those scary cave spiders, or maybe near, I don't know, some attacking fish like that bite fish that keeps biting us. Ugh. Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. We should do the vehicle upgrade unit in a little bit. But these were some of the other techs that we got. But for now, let's get some more storage because we are running out of storage. And this is a continual problem in this game. So my favorite storage unit is the locker. There is a wall locker, but it only has like half the space. And there are several people who use wall lockers really effectively, and I am not one of them. But we can get our inventory really well cleaned out here. This is as good a time as any to say you got to be careful with what you put into a locker because you might find yourself a long ways away from home, and that kind of is inconvenient. But that's all we have for today. We definitely had a segue episode coming up where we just needed to explore and get some tech. We will try to finish the Cyclops next time. For now, have a good week. Bye-bye.